Last time on the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown,
Oh, Hunter missed.
the green team struggled with the team challenge.
2 big mistakes running them cattle through the fence.
Hunter made the mistakes today, so that kind of eases my mind a little.
And when Cole let his guard down, Hunter pounced.
You know, in the last couple challenges, he's just wanting to give up, and it's always wanting to give up.
So I had to send Cole home. Cole, I'm gonna let Hunter stay, so you're gonna have to gather your personals and hit the trail. But Cole wasn't leaving without a fight.
Hey, y'all better take and put him somewhere before I get back up there.
What?
I said, y'all better take him and put him somewhere before I come back. That's all I can tell you.
Cole's threatening me. Nobody's gonna go to a cop car to fight nobody, right? That's the safest spot.
And now, there's 6 cowboys left. Who will ride on, and who will be sent home in the next elimination? Only one will take home the $50,000 worth of cattle, an Arrowquip Q-Catch cattle chute, and a rawhide portable corral. Who will win the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown?
You know, I've been meaning to kind of quiz you about it just because I'm not done riding broncs. Well, I'd like to kind of know when your next rodeos are. We can have a little fall run.
Hey, I got some good fall rodeos coming up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long you been stock contractor?
Man, I put on my first rodeo when I was 17.
Dang right.
But it's gonna be a shocker to you. I did it when I was in Michigan. What some people don't know about me here is that I'm actually from Michigan, Union City, Michigan. When people hear that, it kind of throws them for a loop because all that comes out of Michigan generally is farmers. So I grew up on a farm, not a ranch. You know, I always had a rope in my hand, I always rodeoed, but I never got to work on a big yearling deal or a big cow-calf deal. They just don't exist. It's all dairy farms and crops, you know. You grew up in the Panhandle, right?
Yeah, it's Texas Panhandle, a little place called Lockney. There's one stop sign. It's real little.
Do y'all get along?
Oh, yeah, I grew up in a good home. My family's place is on the northeast part of the county, but I always wanted to see what was on the other side of the fence. I knew there was something else out there, and I wanted to see it. The Lord just kind of made me a little feral, you know, and like to travel and see and meet new people. I didn't have a house for close to 10 years.
I've always been kind of a nomad, I guess you could say. I've kind of lived in my bedroom for 10 years. I mean, kind of almost homeless. Rodeoing, living, seeing new places, and just traveling.
Living on the road, rodeoing like that, it ain't.
It's hard.
Dude, it is. It's real hard.
If you guys have a ranch, why go and be on the road and do this and that when you can take over something that's gonna be yours one day?
Well, that's the thing. I'll never take it over.
Why?
It's split up too much in the family.
I'd like nothing more to be able to one day be able to take over the family place. But I just don't feel like it's ever gonna be in the cards, and that's okay because I could win this. And it could just be the beautiful foundation to start something up for me and my future wife.
If God willing I was to win this thing, I could start something for me and mine.
Because $50,000 worth of cattle isn't $50,000 worth of cattle. It's $300,000, $400,000 worth of cattle over the course of.
Exactly.
A guy could make a living and ride them coattails for a long time.
It's a new morning. We have an immunity buckle challenge. There's only 6 of us left. We're getting down to the wire. It's getting pretty thin, and I'm very interested to see how it's gonna go.
All right, cowboys, with only 6 of you left, the immunity buckle's never been more important. Today is a good old-fashioned horse race. The course is filled with obstacles you find every day as a cowboy on a ranch. You got deep ravines, low branches, fallen trees, barrels, and you got to ride across the pond to the finish line. The winner of the race is the first one to ring the bell. The winners of each race will then go head-to-head in a three-way race for the buckle. That winner will be safe from elimination.
I really want to win this buckle because I'm strong-willed and I'm very vocal, and to the rest of those guys, I'm a threat.
Helping me judge again today will be Buddy Schnaufer and Cash Myers. To see who goes first, we're going to draw straws again. Long straw picks their opponent. Cash, you got straws? Okay, let's see who gets to pick their opponent first. Okay, who's got the long straw?
I got it.
Okay, Hunter, come on up here. Who you want to run against?
Tyler.
Tyler, okay.
I picked Tyler because he's on my team. I don't need anybody on my team getting the immunity buckle but me. If anybody gets it, I'd rather the other team have it. Or me, mostly me.
All right, we're gonna draw one more time. Long straw picks their opponent. All right, you got it, JP? Come on up here. Who you wanna run against?
Katie Joe. I figured Katie Joe's gonna be one of the toughest competitors. Might as well go against the best right off the bat.
First up will be Hunter and Tyler. Next up will be JP, Katie Joe, and Jennifer and Jackson.
Don't make me look too bad.
Jackson is reckless. You know, we've seen him getting some jams already.
Uh-oh, we're having a little trouble here now.
There's no telling what he's capable of.
All right, everybody ready? Here we go. Hunter, you ready?
Yep.
Tyler, you ready?
Yep. I'm probably gonna let Hunter try to maybe wear his horse out the first half. I'm just gonna ease back, and when we get to them barrels, I'm gonna try to jet through them and try to make my move right there.
Go.
Did that make you nervous?
Yeah, it makes me nervous. Real nervous.
First.
It's a pretty tight race.
They're at the barrels already? Wow.
Tyler in the lead here. Well, Hunter's getting by him here now. Hunter cut him off. Still going. Hunter's in the lead.
Tyler's horse is smoked.
Hunter through the water. There he goes.
Tyler ain't gonna catch him.
Hunter's gonna get the win.
Hunter wins the first race.
You better be ready to ask your horse for everything he's got, because that's a mile, I bet you.
My horse was not in shape for something like that.
How far you think that is?
Mile.
It's gotta be.
Don't gas your horse. If I could go back, I would save him for the end.
JP, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Katie Joe, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Go.
This is an endurance race. We don't typically run our horses that long, so it's gonna be picking where to really go and then where to slow up and let him catch his air so he has enough to finish the race.
John Paul and Katie Joe are neck and neck.
Katie Joe fixing to get ahead of him. Looks like she's got position on him.
Way to go.
Katie Joe's in the lead, heading to the water.
He's in between them. John Paul's done caught up. John Paul, that horse can get across that water now. It's gonna be close. John Paul needs a little more horse right there. Katie Joe's horse found her footing. To the finish right here. Who's gonna win it?
Looks like Katie Joe still has plenty of horse left.
Water race, boys. Water race.
Joe ring the bell. So I try to stay with Katie, but her horse is just pretty strong. And when I felt my horse kind of, giving me the signal that he was done, I knew she was gonna beat me.
All right, Jen, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Jackson, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Go.
And they're off. Again, we'll get her early lead.
My strategy is to get the jump on Jackson from the start. My horse is a lot faster. I think I'm gonna kick Jackson's butt and I can play it safe where I need to the rest of the race.
I'm not sure Jackson knows this is a race.
Chex is not a racehorse, he's a cow horse.
Jennifer, she's way out in the lead.
To grandmother's house we go.
Jackson is way behind me. I'm just gonna coast through at this point.
Jennifer comes down the hill. Jackson's trying to get her right here.
Oh, here comes Jackson riding like a Pony Express rider.
Good idea there, went for the pass. She didn't see him coming. She didn't see him coming. Now who's gonna get it done?
Hit the water together.
Oh!
Coming up.
Katie Joe's got some horsepower, I don't know.
I think Hunter's a little ahead of her.
Ride, Katie!
And later, before you go sit on that fence, tell me who should go home.
Jennifer comes down the hill. Jackson's trying to get her right here.
Oh, here comes Jackson riding like a Pony Express rider.
She didn't see him coming. She didn't see him coming. Now who's gonna get it
We're
done?
gonna hit the water together.
Oh, Jennifer almost went off. She's trying to stay on. Who's gonna win?
Oh, they're neck and neck.
Jackson to the lead.
Jackson came out of the water
He
first.
slow played her the whole way, boys.
This is gonna be close.
Ride, 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 ride!
Who's gonna get the belt? Jackson got
Jackson
it.
got it.
What a race.
I just kind of stayed back and really just kind of saved my horse. I didn't really think about just how well it would work out at the end, but next thing I knew, I'm coming out of the water before she was, and I never looked back. I just went and rung the bell.
How long trotted most of the dadgum thing?
That was dirty. That was not playing fair. That was playing dirty, Jackson.
I just failed off in it.
No, you tried to wreck my horse halfway into the pond. That's playing dirty, Jackson. Drown us both. You want to drown your own self, do it. I had Jackson beat. He crashed me going into the water, so my horse didn't hit the water square. We both went under. Jackson obviously played me and lied and manipulated, and I think that's wrong. I went into it trying to play a fair race. He didn't.
I didn't mean to do any of that on purpose because I knew I had to get inside that deal or I wasn't gonna win it at all. I don't know what happened. We hit the water at the same time. I come out first, come on running. It wasn't intentional, nothing personal.
It felt that way.
Just imagine how it'd be if I was actually done something.
All right. Hunter, Katie Joe, Jackson. One of you three will win the immunity buckle. Be safe from elimination. Course is shorter. You just go around the pond, come through the water. You don't ring the bell this time. Just first one across the line.
I'm in the final three, but this is gonna be where you can't hold them back because the other two guys, Jackson and Hunter, they're gonna be gunning at it. And my horse, Pedro, he's in really good shape. I mean, he's used to being used hard, and so I think has more stamina than most of these horses. Hopefully he can outlast these other two. But if they beat me in the water, I'm done.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Go.
Go, Katie, come on, Katie. Katie Joe's got him on the start out right there.
She's in the lead.
Man, that's our horse, Katie.
Can fly,
I
King.
mean, can get it right there.
Get on up here and see the water.
Good circle. And then make sure they cross through the
The water.
flags.
She's got him.
Pretty close together. Katie Joe's
Katie's
just a little
got
ahead.
him.
I can't tell what happened right there. It looks like
Right, Katie!
out of the water. I think Hunter's a little ahead of her.
Katie Joe's gonna get him though. She's got some horsepower. I don't know. Can hold. Katie Joe's gonna get him.
Right, Katie, right! Yeah!
There you go.
Water
got it.
race, boys. Water race. Water race.
I made history today. I'm the first woman to ever win an Immunity Buckle Challenge on the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown. So that just goes to show, ladies, if you think you can do it and you set your mind to it, it's gonna happen. All you gotta do is try.
All right, Katie Joe, that was 2 good races. It was fun to watch.
Thank you.
Your little horse got a lot of heart, and so do you. Here's your buckle.
Thank you.
You're safe from elimination.
Awesome. I've been wanting one of these.
All right, we'll see you on the next challenge.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
So I know we don't know each other prior to this, but at the same time, you've entered and won some of my rodeos. You won the breakaway and the barrel race, and at that rodeo I had in Pauls Valley.
For sure, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
That was a good rodeo for me last summer. You guys did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So me and Katie Jo come from a rodeo background, and rodeo people stick together, and I think that's why we've grown so close in the last couple weeks.
I'm kind of a jack of all trades when it comes down to it. Yeah, I try. I mean, I went to college on a scholarship. I went to college finals, and I won fourth in the breakaway up there in the average.
It was actually the first year that I went to the college finals when I won fourth in the nation that my sister got sick. And I can remember going to her hospital room because I was struggling.
My older sister, Bailey, she passed away in 2013.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and I actually wear her necklace all the time.
I wondered what that necklace meant to you or what it stood for.
The necklace I brought of Bailey's it was one she wore every day, and after her funeral, my mom gave it to me, and it's something that I've worn constantly since then. She's always with me when I have it.
You know, wearing this necklace, I always feel like I have my cheering section with me. You know, like she was always there. She was my biggest fan, and always backed me up and pushed me to be better.
Hearing about Katie's sister Bailey, I could tell that she misses her sister, and I'm sure her sister is looking down on her and is proud of her. Katie has had to, overcome that in her life, and I think it's made her stronger. It's made her who she is.
What about you? Any siblings?
I have a half-sister.
Okay.
And she doesn't rodeo. I guarantee growing up, I put on probably 1 million toy rodeos, and she was at every single one of them. So she's not a rookie at rodeo. She knows all about it, and she's been to more rodeos than probably most people that rodeo for a living. They was just toy rodeos in the living room.
Yeah, for sure.
But
you can't beat that. You can't beat somebody who stands behind your dreams.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like she was that person to you, and mine's that person to me. Even though she's gone, wearing this necklace and remembering what she's told me, man, it just makes it easier to go on,
Right.
Coming up.
Which way's north and south? And
You're just gonna have to figure that out. He may be Highway 19 by now. Afternoon. Cowboys, this challenge will test your skills on finding and getting cattle out of hazardous terrain.
The pressure has never been any thicker or stouter for me. I feel like we absolutely have to win. I'm on a good team with good hands. If we don't win, it's gonna be really hard for Trace to try to sort out who needs to go home and who doesn't.
In this elimination challenge, each team's gonna have a map that's marked with the location of 3 stray steers that need to be collected. One's near a red truck, another's near a fire pit, and another one is by a cable spool. They're roped somewhere near the marked locations on the map. Your job will be to get all the stray cattle back to the empty trailer checkpoint at the same time. Now you have a 45-minute time limit, but this is not a race, okay? It's about communication, strategy, and getting the job done safely. I look at all those components when I'm choosing the winning team.
I have the immunity buckle, so my teammates, Jen and Jackson, they're gonna have to step it up. If they don't do it right, and if they get on the chopping block again, one of them's gonna go home.
Buddy and Cash are here to help me judge. We flipped a coin. Blue, you're up first.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. All right, Blue team, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here's your map.
Thank you, sir.
There you go. 45 minutes, however you want to spend it.
Which way's north and south? And
Yeah, I know. You're just gonna have to figure that out.
yes, sir.
Jackson, which one do you want?
Cable Spool is my friend.
is your destination
My
point?
destination part. Y'all could probably kind of work together and come.
That's fine.
We have a plan. Katie Jo and I stay together. Jackson's going to get the steer at the spool. We'll get the other two meet at the checkpoint.
Just going into that set of pins.
There's our checkpoint.
So there's your spool, Jackson. Wherever Jackson went.
Where's Jackson going? He asked me in the very beginning which way's north.
Yeah.
He found it.
He found
Yeah,
north.
he found it.
And he's just gonna go north.
We had a plan. I have no idea what's going on right now because Jackson just kind of like peeled off and did his own thing.
So there's the red truck.
Gotta be somewhere down in here.
Yeah. Right there he is.
Yeah, I see him.
You know, if that one's further, maybe we should go pick him up.
Because even if we turn him loose right here, he's just gonna go to the water.
Yep.
We find our first steer by the red truck. Hey, that other one's not very far. There's a pond right here. Why don't we go get the other one and drive him to the water and leave him on water while we let the other one loose, get them together, bam, on the way.
And that other one's probably right through there. He's not very far from here.
No, these two were close together.
So Katie Jo and Jennifer found one. They're gonna leave it and go find the other one.
We better just go ahead and gather this daggum patch.
So I led out to the cable spool, and so I'm thinking that the fence is gonna come back around. Well, it never did.
But I gotta make my own path. I can't be trotting on that road the whole time.
Maybe Highway 19 by now.
I think he's pretty lost. The spool's right here.
Yeah.
What is this, the fire pit is what we're looking for?
I think so, yes.
It's a cow.
Lo and behold, I trot up on a urine, but it wasn't too far from the gate. I'm thinking, okay, it was easy, piece of cake.
Well, this thing's gotten all turned around here.
He's got him one, but he just got the wrong one.
He was supposed to go get that one.
The one
and
by the
didn't
spool.
do it.
And he didn't do it.
Now he's got the one they're looking for. This thing could...
They're gonna run out of time not even get back to the gate.
Oh, yeah.
There he is. Or there's Jackson's,
There's
right there.
Jackson's.
Ma'am,
Have you seen the fire pit over here?
have I seen a fire pit?
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
But I went around the tree, but we don't want to lose that one.
No, hey, if you drive him right down this way, down this road, and pop out into the open, there's a tank and there's another steer tied in the draw.
As we're looking for the fire pit steer, Jackson pops out of nowhere and he's got a cow running through the brush. And we were like, that was fast because his steer was the furthest from us.
Hey, Jen,
Find him?
found the fire pit, so he's somewhere right in this area. It's never taken me this long to find a cow in my life. Find him, Jen?
No. Katie Jo and I ride through the brush and ride through the brush and ride through the brush, and we can't find a steer anywhere.
Y'all hurry up, 15 minutes.
This is just a thought, but what if Jackson got the steer for the fire pit and not for the spool? I mean, I don't want to be that my first go-to.
Yeah.
But from where I was seeing the spool and where he brought the steer, and that was really fast.
Let's trot to the
Trot that
pond
way.
dam and see.
I agree. I feel super frustrated right now because I think Jackson got the wrong steer.
Hey, are you sure you got the one by the spool? Or did
I
you
didn't see nothing by anything. Just I trotted over to the
Did you cross around, like go around the corner up there?
There's not a gate or anything right there.
By golly, you rode that way by yourself and you figured out there was no corners, so you rode into the brush when he was supposed to be down to the right, not to the left.
Let me see this.
Because the fire pit, there's a road that goes
There's a
right to the
fire
fire pit,
pit.
and there's no cow there.
I mean, she rode one side of it out completely. I went all through the other side of it. Like we saw.
Then I got the fire pit. I had
We
to
rode all
because
the way
that's too
to the-
close.
It's just one of them deals where I didn't just say everything out loud so I can hear it and I know what's going on.
Well, looks like they figured it out. Jackson's finally headed towards the cable spool, and Jen and Katie Jo are getting the red truck steer.
We'll get this one turned loose, and I can go help him.
I should have probably spoke up sooner, but
Well, I
I
didn't know,
hate to
'cause he
assume
was-
the worst of him. My level of frustration with Jackson is at its boiling point. I'm a cow boss. I would never hire someone like Jackson. Obviously, you can't rely on him to do what he says. He went for the wrong steer after he specifically said, I'm going after this one. So her and I are thinking we're slipping up and just can't find the darn steer when it was already gone. He'd already got that steer.
Ready? I'm turning him loose.
Cable spool.
Yeah, Jackson found the spool. Finally.
He rode right past him.
Great.
Now where's Jackson going? Coming up.
We headed in the right direction?
I hope the green team proves that it's not that hard.
When you find him, holler out.
Surely they'll find him in a minute.
What if we're wrong?
Cable spool.
Yeah, Jackson found the spool.
He rode right past him.
Great.
Seriously, where is Jackson going? I didn't think this was going to be hard at all. I hope the green team comes out and proves that it's not that hard.
This just must be cable spool pasture.
I'm really hoping that the green team just has a falling out. Because I will go home if we lose. No doubt about it. Because them girls are going to gain up and throw me under the bus. And that's fine. I understand.
Oh, you sneaky little...
Now, finally, he might be on him.
Why didn't you holler when I dadgum come to you?
Did you find him?
Yeah, I trotted by him 2 or 3 times. Jiminy. Let me get behind him and I'll push him out to you.
You know, if Trace asks me at elimination what I think, I'm gonna tell him, like, hey, Jackson cost us a lot of time today. How many times does Jackson have to be called out before he's out of here?
Start pushing him, Jen.
Well,
36 minutes.
There you go, see the hole.
Once we got together, it was easy.
Okay, when we get up here, I'm gonna try to get the panel just in case.
We come through, I trotted up and kind of pushed them out of the way, and we went straight to the trailer. Easy peasy.
I'm really disappointed. That should have been easy. It should have been just trot around, find your cows, untie him from the tree, drive him to the trailer, put him in there.
well, Blue, you got it done. I'll see you in the arena at sundown. Somebody from the losing team will go home.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Big Green, y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I got a map here for you. So when I hand it to you, you got 45 minutes.
We're right here right now.
It says checkpoint.
Right here.
No, it says red truck.
Yeah, we're in this corner right here.
Normally when you're looking for lost cows, you find the hole in the fence. Well, today they give us a map. That's basically our hole in the fence. A good thing that I know how to read a map.
It's back in here, that bottom star, that cable spool.
Let's all go to get that first one. With me being a strategical thinker all the time, I think all 3 of us ought to go to the first cow, get him untied, and get him drove back to the checkpoint gate where we'll leave 1 guy there, and then 2 guys go and retrieve the second one, 2 guys go and retrieve the third one, while the third guy holds the cattle.
You seen anything that makes sense on that map yet?
Yeah, I know where I'm at.
We headed in the right direction?
Yeah, straight over this corner. There's only 1 checkpoint with 3 different steers. There's 1 steer there, 1 steer there, and 1 steer there.
Okay, but the checkpoint?
It's right there in the middle.
So it's probably best to maybe bring them this way, ain't it?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Tyler.
Stop and listen, right here. Stop and listen.
We get up to the top of that hill. I was like, hey, hold on just once. Let's just sit here just a second and figure out what we need to do. Let's get our bearings about where we're at right now.
There's a cow right there.
Yeah.
Listen, there's a checkpoint right there.
Yes.
There's a cow on the other side of that checkpoint right there, the red truck. If there's no fence, we can run right down that high line and come in right there and push him that way.
I guarantee there's a fence over there.
Gotta be.
I'll go and check. I'll meet y'all at the gate.
That was a good job stopping up here, looking at the map.
Yeah.
Kind of getting an idea of where everything lays out at. There's one in this covey of woods and the other one's right out here on the outskirts. There's this one's right over here.
Yes, we can
Let's get that one.
Yeah, let's go get
he's
him
the only
real
one in
quick.
this pasture, the other 2
I'm
are
gonna
in
shut
this
this because they're not allowed through this gate yet. Today, I just plan to try to really communicate with my team, get through the challenge, hopefully we win and don't have to send anybody home. But if for some reason we do lose, I'm gonna be pushing to get Hunter out of here. The sooner the better.
There's that cable spool. There's gotta be one around this area then. When you find him, holler out. Holler when you find him, Tyler, real loud.
It looks like Hunter rode past him. Surely they'll find him in a minute.
Hey, Hunter, JP. What if we're wrong? Guys, what if we went in the wrong gate?
I don't think they found him yet.
There's a star. They said there was 3 stars where they were at. There's a cable spool with fire pit. We're in the right spot because the cable spool's right there, man. Let me see. Am I right?
Is the cable spool where the cow is, though?
That's what they said. They said they were marked where the cow's in that area. So I'm hearing Tyler saying we're probably in the wrong pasture, but I'm looking at the map and it says cable spool with the star. They're in this area. They're not at those things, but they're in the general area. We've got to find them, untie them, and also push them all through the checkpoint at once.
Y'all rode through this pretty good?
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I got him. He's right here, boys. Hey, JP, right around here and flush him out that way. JP, go to your left. Yep. All right, JP, you ready to turn him off?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, go ahead. It's nice and easy until I can get back mounted, and I'll help you.
Well, that's one, 2 more to go.
Hold on, I'll turn him.
On the first one, you know, we put them to the other pasture. Very good place to go with them. I'm holding them up while they're going to get them others.
The other cattle are that way, right?
Yeah, one's a fire pit wheel and a red truck.
Well, John Paul's sitting on that steer, while Tyler and Hunter go look for the steer by the red truck and the fire pit.
I'm just gonna hold him up a little bit. Y'all let me know when y'all coming with the
We'll
other.
bring that other one to you right quick.
Okay.
I got another one, boys! Woo, woo!
Tyler found the one by the red truck.
You find him, Tyler?
Yeah, I'm right down here. Go over there on that side of the gully and I'll push him out that way.
10-4.
Stand right down there and I'll flush him out of there. Hold on. I can't get the rope off and he's mad, I think.
Cut it.
Never mind, I got it. Hey, what's the other one?
He's back in them wood sticks. Let's just get this one over to JP.
Here he comes.
JP!
Hunter's bringing the red truck steer back to JP while Tyler starts looking for the fire pit steer.
There goes Hunter back.
Hunter's going back.
He's gonna go back and try to help Tyler.
Tyler!
Keep making noise!
When you're spread out through a thicket or a big pasture and you can't see the other person, you've got to holler, you've got to crow call, you've got to make noises so they can hear you and come to you, because people can come to sound.
Keep making noise. Where you at?
Right here, babe. Look for
Hey, right there he is. I got him.
Send him straight out yonder way.
Heard another holler out there.
I think they found that last steer.
All right, here I come.
Here they come.
They're calling for JP.
Hey now, hey. Finding the cows was smooth, really, really smooth. Nothing happened out of whack. It couldn't have happened any better, I don't think.
That's it.
I don't know if we won or not, but we did it correctly. We treated everything with respect, and we did it done pretty quickly.
All right, good job, Green.
Thank you.
I'll see you in the arena at sundown. Somebody from the losing team gonna go home.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good.
All right. Coming up, there ain't no question about your sand and your grit, but somebody gonna go home tonight.
Eliminations tonight. Katie Jo has the immunity buckle. Again, I'm in the situation where if my team doesn't do well, it's myself or Jackson going home. And I think it needs to be Jackson. He obviously played me and lied and manipulated, and I think that's wrong. Plus, dang near flipping drowns me and my horse. He doesn't think things through. He deserves to go home.
Everybody is nervous right now. I'm in the same boat I've been in every day, kind of keeping to myself, kind of quiet, studying what I need to say, going through my files, looking back, figuring out what I need to do. It's kind of the way I approach these situations. It's a big deal, and somebody's going home soon. That means the top 5 are left. You're getting down to the nitty-gritty of this competition, and it's gonna get pretty interesting pretty quick.
There's an elimination coming up tonight, and how we perform today, you can't stump your toe like that. Honestly, it was like an extreme shove off a cliff. Luckily, I have the immunity buckle, and I'm just glad that I don't have to sit there and face Trace tonight, because that would be brutal.
Everybody's here is nervous. That walk from the barn to the elimination arena, it's a nice, pretty grass, but I think I'm gonna feel like I'm walking on pins and needles the whole way down there.
All right, good evening.
Amen.
I'm gonna start with the green team. I just want to ask Tyler real quick how you thought your team did overall.
I think we did pretty good. I think we communicated. We didn't have any issues getting the steers grouped up, drove them through the pens, got them right loaded. No issues. Cattle didn't get hot. I can't complain.
Think you won?
Yeah.
All right, well, Katie Jo, we'll deal with you now. You got the buckle. Are you wearing the buckle?
Yes, sir.
All right, I would too.
Proud of it. Worked hard for it.
Before you go sit on that fence, tell me who should go home.
Man, out of my team tonight, it would be Jackson. I hate to say that, he's my buddy, but I don't feel like he did his job today.
Okay, go sit on the fence. You're safe from elimination.
Katie Jo is right. Jackson didn't do his job today. The man didn't cover his country.
There's 5 of you here. Somebody gonna go home tonight. Hunter, whose decision was to stop top that hill? You just...
Yeah, that was mine. We were going like, kind of everybody was scattered in a hurry, and I was like, let's just stop, talk about where we need to go first, and then we talked about going there. And
I just thought it was smart to stop on top of that hill because you had a completely different perspective than where you started out. Both teams got the job done today, but I guess the blue team was about halfway through, and I said to Buddy and Cash, I think maybe the green team's gonna come out here and show us that this is not this hard of a challenge. You completed the challenge in 25 minutes, and the blue team did it in 55 minutes. So good job, y'all won the challenge. And it looked organized and smooth the whole way.
yes, we finally communicated, finally.
So congratulations, good job. You can sit on the fence. You're safe from elimination. And then there were 2. One of you's going home. 2 of you left, one of you's going home. I remember the very first day, and I looked at you, Jackson, and I asked you, are you the top hand here? And what'd you say? You think you're the best cowboy here?
Honestly?
Yeah.
I do.
You still believe that?
I've got a chance, but every man and woman in here is pretty wolfy.
Good hands.
Yes, sir. Very good hands. But I believe I just have the most grit, and I ain't gonna quit. I'll give you my life for it, and heck, I proved that time or 2 again.
All right, Jen. What went wrong?
You know, the main thing that went wrong today was Jackson didn't ride his country. He said he was going to the spool. He didn't do that. So then we lost time looking for a steer that was already gone. That cost us dearly.
That's what we thought. We saw Jackson come back down that fence line with that steer, and then we were like, they're out there looking for a steer that's not there.
Yes, sir. We got kind of up on that hill, and we started seeing things, and I never saw the spool.
Katie Jo pointed the spool out when we came by it. I assumed he saw it when he spoke up and said that's where he was going. I'm not gonna question the man at that point.
Jackson, why should you stay and Jen go?
I don't believe I'm just the leader, but I'm a very valuable point, and if you'll kind of guide me and make sure I'm paying attention, because I am kind of a wild, let's get it done, but I feel like I do have a little bit of soft and thinking. I feel like I should stay. It's not my time.
I totally disagree. He needs to be the one to go. First and foremost, you always cover your country. He claimed that country, he didn't cover it. Looking in the past, he's proven to be unpredictable. He will take off from you doing who knows what. He cuts people off. I think I've been predictable. I have been steady throughout this whole thing. I have made mistakes along the way, but I have been there for my team every challenge.
Before we talk any more about this, let's go back to the Immunity Buckle Challenge.
Oh, Jennifer almost went off.
You tried to wreck my horse halfway into the pond. That's playing dirty, Jackson.
You still mad about that, Jen?
I'm not mad about it anymore, but what he did was dirty.
Did you mean to do that?
No, sir, not one bit.
I don't buy it for a minute. He was manipulating and lying from the get-go. He told me before we ever got in line to start that race, he said, Jen, just take it easy on Yella. I know I'm outmatched. I'm just gonna try. And then crashes going into the water, it got ugly.
That could be gamesmanship. I'm not gonna, I mean.
Honestly, I think if I was outmatched and someone had a better horse, I would be looking for every edge that he could. And honestly, that's probably one of the smartest things I've seen done. Kind of squarely falls on your shoulder to fall for it.
But at the end of the day, who do you want to hire? Somebody that's always going to be there and have your back, or somebody who's going to do God knows what?
I'll put my life down for it.
I don't doubt that you would. And the way that you attacked that hole of water today, it ain't no question about your sand and your grit, but you said a few minutes ago that you're going to sit back and think, and you're going to be thinking and all. I ain't seen that, Hoss.
Yes, sir.
I ain't seen that.
You bet.
But I have from Jennifer. So, Jackson, pack your personals, hit the trail. You're done here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Jackson.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
I'm going home. A little too wild and unpredictable. I screwed up today, and I know that. Nobody has to tell me that. All you can do is just give it your best and just keep going forward and never stray.
And hopefully I'll bump into new opportunities.
I appreciate you. Y'all have a good one.
Why don't y'all get down?
Please.
Okay, guys, there's 5 of you left. I really want to give this herd to somebody that I think wants it the most, deserves it, just shows me that they really want to win this thing.
There's only 5 people left out of 14. That's an accomplishment in itself. I do feel bad. I had to throw Jackson totally under the bus, but I will throw whoever I need to under the bus to stay another day and fight for that prize.
I'm going to be looking at everything from here on out. Attitude, performance, everything. You 2 ladies did a fine job
Thank
today. You really did. You guys, that was near perfection. So great job. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yes, sir.